I want to quickly talk to you about the top direct lenders for personal loans, bad or fair credit this year. So if you have a bad or fair credit, sometimes you have the possibility to get a loan from direct lenders such as banks and credit unions, or even online lenders, or you can just go to a loan marketplace, okay, to actually see what kind of possibilities are there for you. So here are the direct lenders I want you to really focus on this year if you have bad or fair credit. Number one, you have OppLoans. I love OppLoans for many reasons. First of all, they fund you real fast. Okay, if you have a FICO score of 300, they will work with you, not a problem. Okay, and so basically with OppLoans, the only thing is that don't expect to get too much money. Okay, they're not going to give you a 50 grand. Okay, if you're lucky, they'll probably give you a $10,000. But hey, listen, this is kind of fine anyway. If you have a poor credit, having a 10 grand a personal loan from a direct lender, that's really good. So this is kind of cool. And what I love about OppLoans is that you basically have the possibility to apply online. So you have a streamlined process online. So everything happens online, and you also have the possibility to get a soft pull. I mean, not that you really should worry about your FICO score if it's already low. But hey, listen, at least you got a chance to see whether or not you can pre-qualify or not. Okay, so basically, if you want to save a few points here and there on your FICO, just go through a soft pull with OppLoans and see how much you could qualify for. Okay, and what you will love also about OppLoans is that basically you have same day funding available. So if you apply, let's say around 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock, by 3 p.m., you could actually be approved and funded. Okay. And you could be funded now. It might take a few hours for the funds to reach your bank account, but at least by 3 p.m., you would have received from OppLoans the approval decisions. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So having a 24-hour turnaround is really good, especially when you think about a direct lender. So that's really fantastic. Another direct lender for personal loans, bad or fair credit, I want to share with you, I want to talk about this year is ASAP Finance. ASAP Finance. And the cool thing about ASAP Finance is that they're really fast also in terms of funding you, but they're not as generous as OppLoans in the sense that ASAP Finance, they actually give you a maximum loan amount of $5,000. Okay. So if you have bad credit or even fair credit, you have the possibility to get $5,000 from ASAP. And you have, by the way, you have the possibility also to get same day funding. So same day funding. I mean, what I love about ASAP is that they are pretty known for their emergency loan program. So they're really fast in terms of funding. As a matter of fact, they're even faster than OppLoans. So ASAP Finance can actually fund you within 4 hours. So if you apply by 9 a.m., you could probably be funded by 1 p.m. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So this is so $5,000. Remember that $5,000, and there are some cases where they might actually go higher if you have been regular with them. In other words, if you have been borrowing from them for a while and you've been borrowing, repaying the loan, borrowing, repaying the loan, you kind of establish that credibility with them. Okay, and they can bump you up to 15 grand maximum. So ASAP Finance is not your major mega lender. Okay, but hey, listen, at least you're sure you can get something. Okay, and one thing I want to say also is that with ASAP Finance, you also have the possibility to apply for a payday loan. So they have all kinds of installment loans for bad credit, loans for fair credit. They have payday loans. They have cash advances. So this is kind of cool. And everything I'm telling you is unsecured. In other words, you don't have to pledge collateral at all, any collateral, to actually get the funds. Okay. And ASAP Finance actually has garnered pretty positive reviews. If you go online on sites such as Trustpilot, on Triple B, on Jabber, for instance, site Jabber, you have a lot of positive reviews covering ASAP Finance. Another direct lender for personal loans, bad or fair credit this year that I want to share with you is actually Laurel Road. And Laurel Road actually has been in the game for 20, 25 years now. Okay. And the cool thing about Laurel Roads is that you have the possibility to borrow up to $45,000. Can you imagine that? I mean, OppLoans is giving you 10 grand. ASAP Finance is giving you 5 grand. Laurel Road is giving you $45,000 maximum. So this is really good. On top of that, you are able to use the cash whichever you see fit. Okay. In other words, Laurel Road doesn't impose restrictions on the use of loan proceeds. Some lenders actually have restrictions on the use of loan proceeds. Okay, like they'll tell you you can't use the cash for this, you can't use the cash for that. But Laurel Road actually gives you latitude. Okay, you can use the cash for credit card consolidation, home renovation, major purchase, relocation assistance, for instance, auto repairs. You can think about having a green loan. In other words, using the loan for something environmentally friendly, or you can just go on vacation. That's totally fine. Or if you want, you can actually start a business with the Laurel Road fund or with the Laurel Road loan. Okay, so $45,000, and so bad or fair credit, not a problem. And you also have with Laurel Road the possibility to, by the way, I forgot to tell you, ASAP Finance also gives you the possibility to pre-qualify. Same thing for Laurel Road, okay? So with Laurel Road, you can pre-qualify. You can see how much you can see how much you can qualify for with a soft pull. On top of that, you actually benefit from a 0.25% discount on your APR if you actually are paying automatically from a bank account. If you set the withdrawals every single month to come from a bank account, they will give you a 0.25% discount. Okay, they call it auto pay. So auto pay EFT discount. So that, listen, this really adds up because if you have $45,000 loan, I mean, every percentage, every percentage point matters big time. Another direct lender I want to share with you for personal loans, bad or fair credit for this year is actually Acorn Finance. So Acorn Finance actually will give you a loans online. Okay, that they actually specialize in loans online, and they give you a maximum loan amount of $10,000. $10,000. You can't really get more than that. But hey, listen, it is what it is. But what I love about Acorn Finance is kind of similar to Laurel Roads in the sense that they do not actually they do not impose restrictions on the use of loan proceeds. So, and also, Acorn Finance allows you to get funded fast, but they do not have same day funding. They'll fund you within 2 days. So if you apply today, you probably can be funded. Like the funds will be in your bank account tomorrow afternoon, or maybe 2 days from now. Okay, but this is kind of cool anyway, because at the end of the day, you're able to get the cash you need within maximum 3 days. Okay, and also one thing I want to say here is that their loan application process is pretty streamlined and very very efficient too. Okay, everything is happening online. You don't have to go to a branch, to an Acorn Finance branch, or even call someone on the phone to actually have more information. Everything is on the website. So you go to their website, you just fill all the info that they have there, and you should be good to go. And it takes about 1 to 3 minutes. Okay, the whole process, the whole survey, 1 to 3 minutes. And also one thing you remember is that once you go through the process, they will send you offers. Please, when you get the offers, respond as soon as possible. Don't delay, because those offers, even though they don't say it, those offers are time sensitive. Okay, so like if they send you an offer today, don't wait until 1 week from now or 2 weeks from now to actually answer. You can answer within 24, 48, or 72 hours. That way, that way you would tell them that you are still interested, right? You have to really you have to show that you're still interested in getting a loan from Acorn Finance. If you're looking for a top direct lender for personal loans, bad or fair credit for this year, I want you to think about PNC. So PNC is actually the only bank, the only traditional bank on our list today to actually give that kind of flexibility. Okay, I mean all the other lenders that I gave you, they're online lenders. So PNC is actually really good in terms of credibility, customer service, funding speed. PNC is not going to fund you the same day. They'll fund you within 48 hours, 72 hours. But there are rare cases of same day funding. If you have been with PNC for a while, it's like if you are a PNC customer and you are applying and you just I mean the amount is pretty decent, you have the possibility to get the funds in your account on like the same day. Okay. Now PNC is not going to give you let's say 50 grand or $100,000. Okay, they give you a maximum loan amount of $35,000. So they're a little lower than Laurel Road. Laurel Road gives you 10 grand. I mean, sorry, 45 grand. But they're way more than OppLoans or ASAP Finance or even Acorn Finance. Okay. One thing you just need to remember is that PNC is geographically restricted. So geo restriction applies here. I mean, PNC is still a major bank in the country, but they are more of a tier 2 bank. So in other words, they're not in all 50 states, you know, like Chase or Bank of America or Wells Fargo or Citi, for instance. Okay, PNC is a tier 2 bank, such as Key Bank, such as Truist Bank, such as Fifth Third Bank, such as such as US Bank. Okay, so they're probably present in 20 or 25 states. So just be lucky if you are in those states where they're at. One thing I want to say also is that if you want to apply for a loan at PNC, it's just better to go to a branch. Go to a branch. I mean, of course, you can still apply online. Don't get me wrong, but basically, those big banks really, you want to really cultivate the relationship, like face-to-face relationship. Okay, so even though they give the possibility of being approved online, it's just better to go to a branch. And one thing I also need to say is that just make sure if you want to increase your chances, make sure you have direct deposit coming into your PNC account. Okay, but yeah, they'll work with you whether you have bad or a fair credit. So you also have Wise Loan. So if you're looking for a top direct lender for personal loans, bad or fair credit this year, think about Wise Loan. And what I love about Wise Loan is that you have the possibility to actually call them. Like if they give you a certain amount and you don't appreciate it, you can call them and ask them to actually increase the loan amount. Now Wise Loan is not generous. They're not. The maximum loan amount they give you is $3,500. $3,500. Can you imagine that? That's actually 10 times less what PNC is giving you, and 12 times less what Laurel Road is offering you. So Wise Loan is giving you $3,500. PNC is giving you 35 grand, and Laurel Road is giving you $45,000. Okay, so you have a big gap there to really fill, a big hole to really fill. Okay, so but if you are looking for a direct lender to give you a small loan for a bad or fair credit, maximum $3,500, Wise Loan could be the lender that you really want to go for. Okay, and so same day funding occurs when you receive funds from a loan. The same day loan is approved actually. So to ensure there is time for proceeding, you basically must apply and be approved by 11 a.m. Central. Okay. However, the thing is that how fast the funds are delivered depends actually on your financial institutions processes, on your banks or credit unions processes. Okay. So this can be I've seen cases where borrowers got loan proceeds from Wise Loan within 12 hours. Within 12 hours, they got their cash and they were okay with it. And I've seen cases where it took like 3 times as much, like 36 hours, more than 36 hours. So you never can tell. It depends on a series of events. So if you're looking for a direct lender for personal loans, bad or fair credit this year, I want you to think about Reprise Financial. And Reprise Financial actually is a great lender that can really help you big time. And what I love about Reprise Financial is that they will give you a maximum loan amount, and that maximum loan amount fluctuates. It mostly differs. It mostly varies based on the maximum loan amount allowed by your state authorities, by your state regulator. Okay, so if you are in California, for instance, how much you can qualify for is different from if you are in New York or New Jersey. So this is something to really think about. And also, you have to understand that if you look at your credit score, there are a few things you can really identify now. Okay, so personal loans offer an easy and flexible way, an easy and flexible way to pay for many different programs when you don't have the cash available. Online lenders actually, you know, fast funding with an application you personally have filled out can feel the comfort of your home actually. Okay, so basically one thing I want to say here is that if you understand how this process works, then you are able to know exactly what to do. Okay, with the Reprise Financial, what I want you to remember here is that they will approve you within 2 to 3 or 4 days. Okay, and you are able to get your cash on the get your cash right away if you're able to let's say you indicate the appropriate checking account while filling the application process. Also, one thing I love about Reprise Financial is that they sometimes accept co-signers. So if you and or your significant other are looking for, let's say, a joint loan, for instance, then Reprise Financial can also be a strong candidate for you. So in today's conversation, I spoke to you about the top direct lenders for personal loans, bad or fair credit. I'll give you those direct lenders and at the conclusion. In terms of direct lenders, you have OppLoans, ASAP Finance, Laurel Road, Acorn Finance, PNC, Wise Loans, Reprise Financial. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.